What is going on, guys? My name is Chaotic and welcome back to another Grand Theft Auto 5 live stream here on my channel. Now today we are going to be taking a look at the brand new Italy GTB that was released into GTA Online today and is of course available on Xbox One, PlayStation 4 and the PC. Now straight away I just want to say this car looks amazing. It is absolutely awesome in the terms of its appearance. And throughout this live stream, we're going to go and customize it. We're going to buy a few of them and spend loads of money on it. We're going to go and test it on a few racetracks and stuff like that because this car is awesome. And like I said, it's now available today in GTA Online. But first of all, I'm sure you guys are wondering, how much is this car? Well, you can purchase this from the Benny's Original Motorworks. I'll just show you guys right now. For $1,189,000. There it is. Not too expensive, and of course it is a supercar as well, so if I'm not mistaken, it's one of the cheapest supercars that you can now purchase in the game. It's certainly the cheapest one we received in some time in GTA Online, and it is a pretty good one if I may say so myself. So let's take a quick look around the car then. So as you guys can see up front, it looks like a McLaren, and someone told me it was a McLaren 599 or something like that. Some form of McLaren with lots of numbers. If you guys know the exact model, let me know right now in the chat. And from the back, just look at that. The back of this car is amazing as well. Now, I don't think this car has one of those spoilers which raises up like the T20. I have driven this before. We did a little mod live stream weeks ago, because you can, of course, get these in story mode through using mods, and you could have done that a few weeks ago. But I don't think this car has a spoiler at all from stock, unlike some of the other cars. Which has the elevating spoiler or whatever. But overall, very, very nice car, and certainly one of my favorites that we've received over the past few weeks. And this is going to be fun, I can just tell, over the next few weeks as well. So let's go down and go and customize this car straight away. I am dying to go and take a look at some of the customizations. I know it's got some really awesome options available for it. And at $1,189,000, I think this car is worth buying. So if you guys are wondering, is it a good car? Is it worth buying? Obviously, we're going to go through everything during this live stream, but straight away, just because of its price, I think it's definitely worth buying. Very, very cheap, I think, for $1,189,000. I know it's a lot of money still, but in comparison to other supercars, definitely very, very cheap. Someone asked in the chat, is this car one of the fastest ones in game? I don't think it's up there in the terms of, first, second, or third fastest car, but it's certainly up there. I think it's around about 8th or 9th fastest car in game, which, sure, it's a little bit down, but then at $1 million, it's not really that expensive. There are cars, supercars, that cost, sort of like $2 to $2.5 million before you even add upgrades to them. Now, why is the door not opening? There we go. Door is opening now. Let's go inside and get straight onto the customization. Right. The Progen Itali Gtb. So what we'll do first of all is we'll take a look at some of the standard upgrades available for this car. The car itself is glowing so much in here. Oh my god. Can you see that? That glow is crazy. We're going to go through some of the standard upgrades first of all, because it does have a few standard upgrades, and then we'll go and upgrade it. The upgrade cost is just under $500,000. There it is, $495,000. We'll just take a look at some of the standard upgrades. First of all, just in case you don't want to upgrade it to the custom variant. So we'll see what options it's got. So, by the looks of things, there are quite a few customizations. So, we've got this stock bumper with hook. We've got the race bumper. I wish I didn't have white on the car right now, because that white is so bright. Oh my god. The race bumper with hook. The amperature, how you say that? Or amperature bumper with low splitter. That's kind of cool. We've got the race bumper. That's probably my favorite out of those so far. And we've got the GT. And we've got the race one as well. They're all pretty nice bumpers, not going to lie. I can definitely see myself customizing a few of these during this live stream. We've got, round to the back, we've got a primary camber diffuser, secondary color version. Then we've got a shoulder one, which just adds some shoulders by there on both sides. We got a carbon version of, is that carbon version of that. We got the touring diffuser, that's pretty nice. And obviously a carbon variant as well. So some pretty cool options there. I'm not going to apply any because I want to go and upgrade it to the custom variant. But I just want to show you guys what is available for it as standard. So if you did want to upgrade it, you didn't have the money maybe, then you could of course do this. So you can see the stock exhaust is kind of nice. It's got like a quad exhaust system. That one there, the chrome split box, that's kind of nice. The titanium ones. Not really a huge fan of the titanium one on this, to be honest. But, oh, then we got the chrome triple slotted exhaust by there. That's kind of nice. We got the triple slotted one there as well. That's the titanium version. We've got some sort of round exhausts. I'm not really a huge fan of the angled ones, not going to lie. And then we've got the needs more exhaust, which is just the... Oh, I thought it was just the same. No, it's the stock exhaust, but it adds the triple slotted ones up there. That is really nice. I do like the stock exhaust, not going to lie. So we might go with that one. If it's available, of course, on the custom variant. I'm sure it is. Hood. So what do we got? We got the custom instep. We can't really see the hood very well because of this this like white glow that's going on inside the custom shop. It's like so shiny. We got a chrome stripe, carbon hood. We got an instep, a drop hood. Just adds like a little vent there. Vented hood, the carbon vented hood, and the triple vented hood. They're all really nice, to be fair. Let's go down. What else? We got mirrors. We can upgrade those to custom mirrors. Just change them to black, I think. Not a huge difference. What else we got? Roof. What options we got there? We can change the black roof, the secondary color roof, to the primary. We can add a carbon stripe. We've then got sort of a primary stripe carbon roof, secondary, and then a whole carbon. Okay. Skirts. We've got loads of options. I'm actually really surprised there are this many customization options for the stock version of the car. I can't imagine how many other things there's going to be available for it in the custom variant. I guess we'll have to wait and see. So we can add a low-level skirt, a carbon skirt, the GT skirts, secondary, Wait, that's the same thing, isn't it? Is that supposed to be carbon? Is this supposed to read carbon? There's something wrong there, guys. We've got this. Am I just seeing this? There's definitely something wrong there. I think Rockstar has named it wrong. They're gonna have to change that. Not the first time they've made a mistake like that. So we got a few skirt options. Spoiler. Okay, so we can add this. It's like off the Corvette, that spoiler right there. We've got the custom body wing, secondary color, the custom body wing or custom carbon body wing, the exotic. That's kind of nice. I'm not too sure how it's going to work if you've got the spoiler there. How exactly would you do that? If there's a spoiler, not the spoiler, sorry, the exhaust by there. Unless it obviously slots between, maybe. The secondary color, carbon, primary shoulder. We've got 11 options. Ooh, 911. Bush did it. We've got that one there. The shoulder GT spoiler, secondary color, and carbon. Okay. Loads and loads of customizations. I'm actually really, really surprised. This menu is crazy. Alright, so we've gone through all the standard upgrades then. Let's go ahead and upgrade it then to the custom variant, which is $495,000. So let's do that. Boom. So straight away we can see a few differences. We've already got an upgraded front splitter and bumper. We got some extended wheel arches or fenders. This rear section is different. It's like rear bumper area. That's definitely very different. The textures and the graphics of the underside of the car look really, really bad. As if Rockstar spent like 2 minutes on it. But yeah, so there are quite a few differences straight away. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really like this rear bumper. I think I prefer the stock version. I don't think it's possible to change it, but we'll see. Anyway, so let's go ahead and upgrade the armor. First of all, I'm still really annoyed about this glowy effect. I can only apologize. I forget every time, but inside this custom shop, it's always so bright if you have white on the car. Anyway, front bumper, we got 18 options in here then. So we can remove the diffuser up front. We can have no diffuser and... I can't even see what that is. It's like a slight bit of arch extension by here. Is that what it is? It's like a small arch extension. It like adds it down to there as opposed to by there. Stock bumper, which is the same thing but with the arch extension by there. Got the vented one, that's kind of nice. The Mark II vented one, which again only adds that little extension by there. It's $200 just to add that little bit of plastic there. We've got the tuner bumper, that's really nice. The Mark II tuner bumper, which again just adds that small extension. We've got the Tourer bumper, that's also really cool. Look at that. That's so awesome. Loads of really nice options on this, to be fair. Both stock and custom. I could be wrong, but I think there are quite a few options in this category, which... sorry, in the stock category, the standard category for the car, which aren't available for the custom variant, which is slightly disappointing. Got the Mark II. We've got the street bumper. I'm not really a huge fan of the exposed grille, not gonna lie. We've got the pro bumper. I don't really like the chrome. If we could remove that, that would be really cool. We've got Mark II, which again just adds the extension there. The race bumper, but I don't really like the exposed grille. That one there just, of course, adds that little extension. And we've got the extreme bumper, which is cool. But look at that. That texture there is terrible. And we've got a Mark II version. Okay, right. Not gonna lie, I think I prefer one of these up here. Maybe the, what was it, the Tourer bumper? There we go, the Tourer bumper. But we'll have the extended version, so the Mark II Tourer bumper, which adds that extension there. That's kind of cool. Don't really like the chrome by there. I think it's chrome. But apart from that, very, very nice. But I do prefer some of these stock, bumper options for the like standard variant. So we might have to go and customize one of those later on. Not really a huge fan of some of these. There are quite a few different ones. Right, so we've upgraded that. That was 15,500. Let's go around to the back. Let's see what options we got. So we got a primary color diffuser, which only sort of makes that straighter. We've got a secondary color one. Oh, wait, it's different. It's not just a secondary color. It extends the diffuser. And we have a carbon version. Oh, the carbon version is different as well. Can you see that? They're all different. Not a single one is the same, despite them supposedly just being different colors. I think I prefer the secondary color one, not gonna lie, so we're gonna go with that one. Chassis, fenders, right. Now hopefully we can see this. The paint job, of course, is really annoying. I can see loads of you guys saying, change the color, and I will, we'll get to it. I do apologize, but we will get to it shortly. Okay, so we can add extended fenders by there. That there adds a vent, the vented over fender. The rounded fenders. Wait, what? Oh, there's like a rear option? I didn't realize that was the case. Can we not? Oh, wait, I think we can select. Oh, we can select two from here. I didn't even realize it was the same category. Okay, so we're going to go with the vented ones up front. And then around the back, we'll do the same as well. So it adds the cutout here. The cutout rear over fenders. That's really cool. There we go. They aren't too expensive. Pretty cheap. Engine tunes, okay, there's no engine upgrades, but, or, you know what I mean, like, filters and blocks and stuff like that, but we can upgrade the engine, so let's do that. Exhausts, okay, oh, right, some pretty cool options right here. I'm probably going to go with, I don't really like the titanium exhaust, though. It's so annoying that they're all titanium, and we can't change, oh, I thought that was the exhaust then, but it's not. They're lights. We're going to go with a set of, ooh, I'm not really too sure. Should I go with the trapezoid, is that how you say that? The titanium trapezoid exhausts? I think we will. I kind of want like some square ones. Or maybe we'll go with the inverted ones. Oh, we'll go with the inverted ones. They're probably a little bit better than the trapezoids. Okay, hood accessories. We can't really see what's going on right now because of the white paint job. We'll change that in a few moments though. Oh, okay, so we've got the chrome hood catches, the angled ones, or the straight catches. We're going to go with the angled ones for now. That's probably going to go well with the style. Let's take a look at the hood options. Oh my god. Right. We might have to change the color. I can't even see what the hood looks like right now because it's so bright. It's so shiny. The drop vented one. I kind of like that one, not going to lie. The large vent hood. Don't like any of the carbon ones. Ooh, the street racer hood. That's kind of nice. Or the triple vented. That's probably OTT. Ooh, the extreme racing hood. That's kind of crazy. It's extreme. We got the ultra racing hood. Some really nice options. I'm going to go with the extreme racing hood on this one. That was 13,250. We want to upgrade the horn. We'll come back to the interior in a few moments. Upgrade the lights. I'm not going to put a neon kit on. Not really a huge fan of that. We'll come back to livery. Actually, no. We'll do the livery first, so we can see what options we've got. Then we can respray it and then go back to livery. So we have the Chipelli stripes. That's really nice. That's really cool, to be fair. Then we've got the Crepshul. Is that how you say that? The Crepshul one. Never heard of that brand before. It's kind of cool too. We've got the Redwood Racing. The Tricolor. We've got the Bite. Oh, that's really nice. That is really cool. We've got the Tinkle. The Debris. We've got the Amigas. Is that how you say that? Or Amigo? Something along those lines. And then the Caton Banking. Not really a huge fan of that one. I think my favorite out of all of these is probably going to be this one, the Chipelli Stripes. So we're going to go with that one. That's $29,000. Now that I've selected this color, I kind of like the white. I know it's bright, but it's only bright because we're inside the custom shop. Plates, let's go ahead and upgrade it to my chaotic one. Respray, let's take a look then what options we've got. Because this bright white is kind of annoying, not gonna lie. Maybe we'll go for a matte white, something like that. That would probably look better. Well, let's go through all the color options first of all before we select anything. So that's black. Oh, I think maybe a grey or a dark steel. That's kind of nice as well. Goes with the livery color as well. It's kind of cool. We've got some like steel options. Stone. That's really nice too. There's some really cool options for this. I think maybe going for a silver or a dark or a light black, sorry, would be a good option. I might have to come back and do another one later on in this sort of color because that is really cool. Scroll down. Red's nice. What color are you guys thinking right now which will go nicely with this livery? Grey shred's kind of cool too. I don't know if I should go with white or maybe a grace red. What do you guys think? Comment right now. We've got a candy red. I think this car will look good in just about any color. There's sunrise orange. It'll look good in orange as well. Yellow. Yellow's kind of cool. On to the greens. Not really a huge fan of greens in game. Lime green. Some blues now. Ooh, blue's nice. Maybe not with this livery, but would look nice in this car. We've got the browns. We'll scroll past those. Purples, or back onto the whites. Okay, what are you guys thinking then? What are you saying? In the chat, I can see... Oh, most people are saying go for silver. Right, okay. We're going to go for a silver color then. So what are we thinking? Let's go with... what was that one before? Stone. That's kind of nice. The stone silver. Maybe going for like a... something darker like that. Some really nice options. I don't really know what to go with. Maybe... is it dark? Should I go for dark steel or stone silver? Stone silver's really nice. And so is dark steel. Most people are just saying grey. Or cast... no, not really a huge fan of cast iron. I think I'm going to go with the dark steel on this one. I guess we can always come back later on and change it if I don't like it when driving around. But that is really nice. I think we'll do the same for the secondary as well. We'll go for a dark... was it dark steel I selected? It was. No, it wasn't. It was... I can't even remember now. Was it stone silver? No, it wasn't. It was dark steel. It was dark steel. Where is it? Dark steel. There we go. It looks like a different color. Or am I just seeing things? Maybe it's just the lighting in here. We'll go back to trim in a moment. Roof options. Ooh, aerial. That looks disgusting. We can add the vortex generator. Go for carbon ones, or we can go for a carbon stripe. Right. Oh wait, if you go for the carbon stripe, you can still see the red line for so long. You can see that the red line sort of like starts quite thick, not really that thick, you know what I mean, thicker by here, and then sort of like disappears by there. It's like it's placed in the wrong place. What? Okay, right, we're gonna go with the vortex generator on that one. Skirts, let's upgrade those. I'm gonna go with the carbon level skirt on that one. Okay, we've got 14 spoiler options. So there's the tuner wing. We can have the custom body wing, the exotic one. Not too bad. The secondary color one, the custom one. So far, I think my favorite is probably the exotic one. We've got the primary shoulder GT wing. I'm not really a huge fan of any of those. Or that one. Wow, okay, so there are quite a few customizations then available for the stock version of this car, which looks so much better than the custom versions. I don't really like any of these spoilers, to be honest. I might have to go with the exotic one on this one. The exotic sharp wing. Transmission, let's upgrade that. Turbo, let's upgrade that. Wheels, we're going to fit a set of the Super Gs, I think, on this one. The Super G wheels, yes. I do select them quite often, to be fair, but they are nice wheels. Go for a set. Should we go for black or red? No, I'll go for a set of black ones. Maybe a darker steel. No, we'll go for black. We'll go for black. Okay, tires. We won't put custom tires on. Not really a huge fan of those. We'll go for some... oh, we'll just leave the tire smoke as white for now. Windows. Make those limo. So go with the black wheels. I think all we've got left to do now is the interior, if I'm right. Yes, the interior. Okay then, what have we got then inside this interior? It's kind of basic and standard. Textures aren't very good, as you can see. that purple there as well? Is that just like a reflection coming from Benny's? I can't really tell. Dash. So what do we got? We have the street interior, which looks kind of bad, to be honest. It's terrible. My guy's arm is in the way, but we've got a semi-stripped interior, which has a few like dials down there, or buttons, I think. We have the race dash, the flocked one, or the carbon dash. We're going to go for the carbon one, because the stock one, look at that. It's like so untextured. Looks terrible. Dials, what do we got? I don't really like the pods by here, not going to lie. We can add the glove box gauges by there. Can't really like swivel around and see it very well. We can have the race dash. We can have the pods, the Mark II dash with the pods, the Mark III. I'm not really too sure what the difference is. Like slightly bigger. Is that it? I'm gonna go with the Mark III dash. I kind of like all the revs there. I wonder if they actually work. The lights actually light up when you rev. We'll see when we leave the custom shop in a few moments. Doors. I'm gonna go for some carbon ones. I think the carbon panel doors. We can go for the primary one, secondary. We can go for the aluminium. We're gonna go with the primary one, I think. Oh no, the carbon. Go for the carbon one. We've got quite a few carbon panels now. Seats. Not really a huge fan of stock or sports. Not really too sure what the difference is between the painted ones. I think it adds like a painted rear section there. Carbon, which isn't actually carbon, as you can see. Right, we're on to some of the like track seats now. We want some of these, I think. We can have the red ones right here, the carbon tuner seats. They're probably the best so far. We can go for the carbon bucket seats, the ballistic ones. Oh no, this one's quite nice. The carbon track seat. We have 14 options here, and that's the last one. We're gonna go for the carbon track seat, I think, with a red seat belt. Obviously matched all the other red panels on the car. And steering wheel. What have we got? Oh, the steering wheel is inside my character's leg by the looks of things. Can you see that? Well done, Rockstar. Fantastic job coding this one. We've got the Apex Professional. I don't like any of these. Not really a huge fan of these steering wheels. They look so basic, but not in a good way. They look like a cheap basic. Oh, that wasn't too bad. The Rally Clubman. Let's go for the Rally Clubman. That's kind of nice. Not so basic, I guess. Light color. I think we'll upgrade that to an ice white so we can just see it slightly more. And then roll cage. We can go with the half or the street half cage, which is only by there. The dash dodger, or we can go for the full roll cage. We haven't got any padded sections on this one, unfortunately, so we're going to go with the dash dodger on that one. It's kind of annoying though, that rear section there is so untextured. So untextured. Wish Rockstar wouldn't have made that so bad, but there we go. And I think that's pretty much it then for the upgrades. You need to go and change the color of the interior or the trim, which we haven't done yet. Let's go to respray, trim color. What are we going to go for on this one? What's... Oh, it only changes the seat colors by the looks of things. Nothing else changes from what I can see. So we might go for... Should we go for black or red? Maybe red. If we go for red, it might be too much. Oh, it changes the line by there as well. You know, we're going to go for some red seats. I think that's going to be way too much red. I don't know, it's not too bad. From the exterior, it doesn't look that bad. Yeah, we'll go for red. Okay then, there we go. That's it then for the customizations then on the Italy GTB. Quite a few upgrades have been applied. In terms of how much we've spent, we've probably spent around about... Well, it was $1,189,000 to buy the car. Just under $500,000 to then upgrade it. And we probably spent another $500,000, if not slightly more, on upgrades. So we're spending around about $2 million in total to buy, upgrade, and fully customize this car, which isn't too bad. And it is a very nice looking car. Although, like I've said now numerous times, there are loads and loads of upgrades for the stock version of this car. The standard one, not the custom variant, the standard one. Which I actually prefer. Like, the rear bumper on this I think is kind of ugly, but the stock version was actually really, really nice. There were loads of really cool options. So we might go and upgrade a stock version now in a few moments, without going to upgrade it, because there are some really nice options there. We'll do like a little side-by-side comparison between the fully upgraded versions. And if you guys didn't know, this custom variant is actually slower than the stock version. So in a race, you technically have the advantage. It's not really that much slower. We're talking like maybe a couple of miles an hour slower in its acceleration and overall top speed, but it is slower and you're spending more money on it, so maybe it's the better one to go for. It has got some really nice customizations too. which we'll go back through in a few moments. What are you guys saying right now in the chat? Somebody asked, how fast is the car? I talked about this briefly before. It is pretty fast. It's not the fastest car, of course. I think it's something like the 8th or 9th fastest car in game. We'll go and do a little like speed test later on. We'll go around some tracks. We'll do a little sort of like comparisons with other cars and stuff if you want to. And I'll show you guys that later on. But it's certainly up there. It's not the fastest, but it's certainly up there. And at the cost of $1,189,000, it's one of the cheapest supercars we've received in recent months in GTA Online. And I think it's definitely worth buying. Loads of customization options, like I said, both for the stock version and the custom variant. And overall, I must say, it is a very nice looking car. I'm sure you guys would agree. If you guys have anything you'd like to say about this car, maybe thoughts, feelings, changes I should probably make, let me know. I wish it was daytime right now, though, not gonna lie, so we could take a look at the full car in the sunlight. But unfortunately, we have to wait. What is the time? Is it almost? It's not even close to being daytime. It's 10 o'clock right now. Ooh, too like looking at the chat right now, already looking where I'm going. So what are you guys saying again in the chat? Someone said show your face. I've already done that. I've done numerous, I guess you could say, face reveal videos in the past. I would put a webcam on. I've discussed this numerous times where I can't do a webcam live stream. I've got an issue where the audio doesn't sync with the webcam. I'm not really too sure why, but I'd say something and it maybe take a couple seconds for it to like visibly show up on the webcam. I've tried messing around with the settings. I don't really know why it takes place. It's something to do with the live streaming software that I use. So I do need to look to change that out for something else. Somebody asked how much is the car. It's $1,189,000. To upgrade it's $495,000, and then to fully customize like I've done, it's probably around about $500,000 to $600,000 or so. We're going to make our way now back to our office so we can go and customize a second car. This time we're going to go and customize a stock version, not the custom version. We're not going to upgrade it. And I want to show you guys a side-by-side comparison, because I think there's some really cool customization options for the stock version, ones which aren't available for the custom version, unfortunately. And it's kind of disappointing, I think, why that's not possible or not available, because some of them are really, really cool. Someone said they're watching this live stream from school. Damn. Be careful, though. Don't get your phone or your mobile device confiscated. Someone asked, when is the next DLC being released? Honestly, I'm not really too sure. My guess being at the earliest, maybe early February. I'm not really too sure what we receive, though. We might only get like a small Valentine's DLC or something like that. I can't imagine we'll get anything too big, only because we've only just received the import-export a few weeks ago. I know it's been a few weeks now, but it still feels fairly new and fairly fresh to me. I don't know about you guys. Right, let's go inside this custom shop. I'm not going to lie, though, it is a very cool-looking car. I do like the Italy GTB, and I kind of like this black steel look that we've gone for. I don't really do that very often on many of my cars, but it does look very nice and goes well with the livery as well. So here is the stock version. We're going to go and upgrade this now in my office mod shop, and we'll see what we can do in regards to the stock version. You can see straight away the rear bumper, I think, on the stock version looks so much better than the upgraded version. And I think the front bumper as well, obviously it's upgraded on that one, but was very, very different as well upon upgrading. But let's go upstairs then and go and upgrade this thing and see what we can do. So let's take it straight upstairs.
What you need then?
What you need then? Well, we want some nice customizations if you have them. So what do we got? So we're not going to upgrade it this time. We're going to go and quickly just change the respray. I should have done that on my previous car because of how bright it was. We'll just change it to red on both primary and secondary, because it's so annoying having like different colors. It just annoys me so much. Like minor OCD like trips out. There we go. Right, we put on the classic paint job. Let's go back up to the top then. Armor, let's upgrade that then. It's $50,000. Brakes, upgrade those. Bumpers, right. So like I said, there's loads of options for the stock version which aren't available for the custom version. I do prefer some of these. So we've got the stock bumper with hook, the race bumper. I do like that one. It's kind of nice. The race bumper with hook, and we've got the Amter or Amture, however you say that, bumper. Then we got the race bumper. That's kind of nice. We've got the GT and the GT race. My favorite is probably going to be this one. Not going to lie. Although I don't really want the hook on the front, so we're probably going to go with the race bumper on that one. Rear bumper. Right. So what do we got then? We've got the primary camber diffuser, that's kind of nice. We've got the shouldered version, which just adds these little panels by there. We can go for a carbon version. I might go for the carbon version, not gonna lie. Got a touring diffuser, which is kind of similar, but it's much straighter. I think I prefer the cambered version. Should I go for a carbon one or a painted one? I think carbon. We'll go for carbon. Carbon, camber, diffuser. Now, inside Benny's, it's so bright in there that the car, like, glows. But inside our mod shop, it's so dark, you can hardly see what's going on. Right, so we've chosen that one. Let's go to the next customization option. Upgrades. Oh, that's discounted right now. Must be 50% off? It was 25,000. Let's upgrade then the exhausts. So yeah, the exhaust options on the stock version are much, much better as well. So we can go for some chrome ones. What's the difference between those? Oh, so it goes from the really cool looking ones to the like boxier versions, titanium versions of those. We can go for a chrome triple slotted, which adds it by there. We've already seen these upgrades a few moments ago. So let's go for the needs more exhaust, which keeps the stock exhaust, but it adds the triple slotted in by there, which is really nice. So let's select that. Hood, right, like I said before, loads of options available for this, not available for the custom version. So what do we got? The custom instep hood, the black stripe, chrome stripe, carbon. We've got the carbon instep, the drop hood. It's probably my favorite so far. Carbon version or the triple vented. Okay, we're gonna go with the. Should I go for that one? I kind of like this one as well. The vented one or the drop vented. Okay, we're gonna go for the vented one. I'm gonna select that one. I'm not gonna upgrade the horn. I'm not really too bothered about that right now. Mirrors, we can upgrade those as well. Something which we couldn't do on the previous one. So we can go from the stock mirrors to these custom ones, but I do prefer the stock ones, not gonna lie. Plates, let's put my custom one on. I'll come back to the respray in a few moments. Roof, so we can upgrade this of course. So we can go for the primary one, the carbon stripe, that's kind of nice. We can go for the carbon roof, the primary stripe. Or we can go for a whole carbon. We're going to go with the carbon stripe, I think. Let's do that. Skirts, we can add quite a few. I think there's more skirt options for the stock version of this car than the custom variant. So low level, carbon. Like carbon low level. It's not carbon though. It's like the same as the stock one. And the GT one. The GT skirt is the carbon one. We've got two secondary skirts, which are the same. I think Rockstar's made some quite big fails on this. We might as well go with the secondary colour skirt. Unless you want to go for carbon, of course. I think we'll go for carbon, not gonna lie. I think I prefer it. Spoiler. Okay, quite a few options here as well, not available for the custom versions. We've got the tuner wing. We've got this custom. We've got this one here, the carbon. Custom carbon body wing. The exotic one, which we went for before, and it's probably my favourite one. We can go for a carbon version of that. I'm not really a huge fan of this shoulder one, not gonna lie. And yeah, we're gonna go for the exotic one again then, I think. Should I go for a carbon one? I think we'll go for a carbon one this time. Transmission, let's upgrade that. Turbo, let's upgrade that. Wheels, let's put a set of, what are they called? The, there they are, that's the one there. Well, the carbon sodas are also quite nice. Go for a set of carbon sodas. Because we can put the like red line around the outside, although I want to go and change the colour first of all. We'll change the colour, then come back to do that. Although what I might do is set it to red, so I don't forget. I probably will forget. Upgrade the tyres, and then windows. Okay, let's make our way back to respray then. So what colour should I go for on this one, guys? I want some help, some opinions. I can go for chrome, of course. Not really a huge fan of chrome. Let's have a look. Metallic. Right, let's go through all the options. It does look really nice in black, to be fair. In here, it looks so shiny. We had a dark steel before. I think this car would just look good in any colour. Like, red looks pretty nice. Scroll down, we've got pink, orange. It would look nice in yellow, to be fair. Lime green. It's kind of nice. Maybe ultra blue. Let's have a look at that. Ultra blue. Look at that. Oh, that's really cool, to be fair. I think I prefer red, though, not going to lie. Might leave it on red. Or an ice white. No, we're going to go for a metallic red, I think. The red, or should we go for a formula red? Formula red's really nice. We'll go for formula red. Okay, we'll do that both primary and secondary. Formula red, where are you? Have I gone past it? Where's formula red? Oh, there it is. I did go past it.
Don't she look pretty?
And I think that's pretty much it then for the upgrades on this stock version. So not quite as many upgrades, but there are upgrades available for this one which aren't available for the... let's go to the ground. Which aren't available for the custom version, and I think I prefer this one over the custom version. We'll go and take a look in a moment to do a side-by-side comparison, but overall, it's a very nice car. Someone said, can we go for a like spike? As always, guys, I'll never say no to a like spike request. So guys, right now, drop a like on the stream. Let's see what we can get to. I'd like to try and smash 1,000 likes on this one, if we can. So if you guys could drop a like, that'd be greatly appreciated. If you do, just comment #liked in the chat, and I'll give you a shout out as well. That's what I usually do. Oh, Brucey, please stop calling. I'm trying to do a stream right now. I want to speak to you. Let's go for a drive down the highway. Somebody asked what the difference is between the stock version and the custom version. There are quite a few differences, especially in appearance. We'll go through some of those in a few moments. We'll put it side by side so you guys can take a look. In the terms of its speed, the stock version, this one right here, before you upgrade it to the custom variant, is in fact faster. I've already mentioned that. I'm not too sure how much by. It's only like a few miles an hour or so. But I'm guessing in races it might make a difference on the long straights. Let's try and not crash right now, as I always do. Right now, guys, which one is your favorite? Do you prefer the stock or the custom variant? It's probably best if I ask you that when we're doing a side-by-side comparison, but if you guys have seen both, let me know right now. Otherwise, if you're not really too sure, just give it a few moments. We'll go back to the office right now, in fact, and we'll go and do a side-by-side comparison so you guys can see what the difference is. I do like the number of exhausts we've got. We've got about 3 in the, like, by the spoiler area, or where the spoiler comes out of the car. We've got 4 then in the lower section of the bumper, which is crazy. Lots of exhaust on this. This exhaust option, of course, isn't even available on the custom variant. For you guys right now dropping likes in the stream and commenting #liked. So shout out to Jury, who commented #liked. Shout out to Gabriel as well, who dropped a like. Let's go inside the garage without crashing. There we go. Office garage too. Shout out to Magic Man as well, who dropped a like, thank you. And shout out as well to Connor, who commented #liked. Right, give it a few seconds and we'll be inside the garage to do a small side-by-side comparison. Right then, so this is one we just customized, and that is the one which we upgraded before, the custom version. Now, to be honest, I do like the hood and the bumper as well on this one. Obviously, this has also got wider fenders as well. It's got some canards and a few other things up front which this car hasn't got. So I do prefer the front end of this car. As you guys can see, this is like a more stock version, but then again, I guess it is a stock version, not a custom version. But I do like this one as well. This one doesn't look too writer, if you get my drift. You know, it's not too bad. Both are really nice anyway. But around the back, so I keep talking about, the back on this one I think is kind of ugly. And this one right here just looks much cleaner, much more basic, which I prefer. I'm not really a huge fan of the exhaust on this one either. You can only select titanium exhaust on the custom variant, which is kind of disappointing. So I prefer this one right here. The diffuser on the back of this one, I guess, is a lot more aggressive. This one right here is kind of nice as well. I can't really crouch down and show you guys the difference that well. But I think, yeah, the rear section, I prefer this car, the stock version. But the front section, I prefer this one. It's a shame that we couldn't like combine the two cars. I wish there was like another variant that you could have, like a midsection. So instead of like a custom version, it would be like I don't even know what you call it, like an in between, you know, where you can combine the two cars. But unfortunately, you can't, which is just slightly disappointing. But there we go. So right now, guys, comment which one do you prefer? Do you prefer the stock version or do you prefer the custom version? Comment right now. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. And very quickly, shout out to GumpHD who commented #liked. Thank you so much. Someone right here gave me a massive paragraph. Can you try and wall ride the car and see what it's like? We'll try and do some races later on. Not really too sure about the wall ride, but we'll see. Someone said, I agree with you. The rear section of the custom one is really, really ugly. I totally agree. Not really a huge fan of that one. Kind of a shame Rockstar didn't give us the option to upgrade that ourselves. If we wanted to, we could have the stock bumper from here, or we could have the upgraded version. I much prefer the stock one on this, so that's why I prefer this car. But what are you guys saying? It looks like quite a few people, I'd say around about maybe 7 or 8 out of 10 people prefer the custom version. I'm guessing it's because the front of this car is much, much better looking. And of course it has more upgrades as well for the interior, the liveries, the hoods, and the bumpers. But apart from that, I think just because of the rear section being so ugly, just look at that. It is so ugly. I prefer this one. I think we're going to go and customize one more, by the way. I want to go and customize one more. This time it will be a custom version, another custom version, because there are so many upgrades available for it. I want to create another one. So let me go ahead and buy another one from Benny's Original Motorworks. Got enough money so I can go and do that. So stock, Benny's, there we go, Italy GTB. The one that they give you as an example, this one right here, look how ugly that is. Like I don't really like the exposed grille. The color and the paint job is just terrible. It's not really selling the car very well. If I'm not wrong, it's got a spoiler on it, which isn't even available for the car. Look how small that spoiler is. Am I wrong? We'll have to go and check that one, because I haven't seen that spoiler option available at all. Not very good, but there we go. Let's buy one in what color? Black? Go for black or red? Red was kind of nice. We'll go for black this time, mix things up. And we'll go for Office Garage 2. Right, it's going to take about 2 minutes or so to deliver, so let's just take a look at these cars once again. Go back into third person. See what you guys saying in chat. Shout out, by the way, to Joseph, who dropped a like on the stream and commented #liked. Somebody asked, is this a new Benny's car? Yes, it is. Now available from today in GTA Online. From Benny's Original Motorworks, of course. Someone said, I'm new here and you're the best. Thank you so much. Someone said the rear of the custom version reminds them of the P1. I think it's definitely a McLaren, of course, and I think the car itself is based upon 2 or 3 different McLarens. I was told the front end is from a McLaren 599 or something along those lines. I'm not really too sure of the exact model number, but something along those lines. The rear section, though, might be from the P1. I'm not really too sure, though. I'm not really into my McLaren, so I couldn't tell you, but it's definitely a McLaren, I know that much. Somebody asked, can you lick my rim hole? No. Unless you drop a like, of course. I might consider it then. Somebody asked, what is the stock car? It's the same car. It's still the Italy GTB. It's simply just the stock version, whereas this is the Italy GTB Custom. So it's the same version. It's not like a different car at all. Someone said, I prefer the T20. I guess they are kind of similar. They are, of course, both McLarens. But I don't know, I'm not so sure. The T20 has been out for so long now, I'm sort of like fed up of seeing it, so it's kind of nice to have something new. Apparently it's not the 599, it's the 570. See, I was close. 5 something. I wasn't too far off. Somebody asked, is it fast? Yes, it is fast. It is a supercar. But it's not the fastest car, of course, because it's not that expensive. We're going to go and do a few races later on. I'll show you guys the sort of difference between speeds. Maybe we'll do like a lap or two of one track, then we'll choose a faster car like the X80 and go around just to show you guys the speed differences. Somebody asked, when is the Spectre being released? That'll be next Tuesday as far as I'm aware of. That will of course be the final unreleased car from the import-export update. And after that we might receive either another update, maybe, I don't know, like a special update like the Valentine's one. I'm guessing the next update probably will be a Valentine's update, but I could be wrong on that. Here we go though, we got our third one just delivered. Let's go and take this into the mod shop so we can go and customize this one. Like I said, we're going to go for the another custom variant. So we've just bought this for $1,189,000. Let's upgrade it then for $495,000. Let's do that. The money going down fast. So there we go. Right, we're going to first of all make sure the respray is set to a different secondary color, because I hate having like a different primary and secondary as stock, because it always comes in like such ugly colors. Like we've got black and this like horrible cast iron silver. Why can't Rockstar just deliver it in the same black? There we go.
Looks almost as good as you.
Right then, let's go back up to the top and we'll start from up here and work our way down. So first of all, upgrade the armor, $50,000. Race brakes, I'm not even too sure what the difference is between this armor and the stock version. I bet there's like no difference at all. We just spend the $50,000 or whatever without really paying any attention to what it does. I wonder if anyone's actually done any like tests. I'm sure someone has, and we'll have to take a look at that, because to me it just seems kind of pointless. Upgrade the race brakes already. Bumpers. Right, let's go. I can't remember if the it could be me. Maybe the lights up front, the headlights are slightly different. Right, so we can remove the diffuser. We can go with the arch extension. Maybe black was the wrong color to select as well. We can't really see what the panels look like that much. We've got the vented bumper. That's kind of nice. I'm probably going to go with the vented bumper, not going to lie. I wish we could remove that hook right there, though. The hook is kind of ugly. Can we select one without the hook? Are there any options anywhere? Oh, this one has the Pro bumper. But I don't really like that one. Or the race bumper, but I don't like that one either. The extreme bumper. Oh, they all have the race hook. It's so annoying because it's not that pretty. I think we went with the vented bumper before. Was it the vented or the Tourer we went for? I think it was the Tourer. I think I'm going to go with the vented bumper though, not going to lie. We're going to go with the Mark II version, which adds the extensions down here. So let's do that. Rear bumper. So what do we got? We have this primary touring diffuser, secondary, which adds the little section there, or we can go with the carbon, which changed it slightly as well. Oh, it removes a section by there. I see. Right, we're gonna go with the primary though, I think, because I like the sort of design that it's got. They aren't quite as crazy, these diffusers, as the stock customizations, the uncustom version. Fenders, I'm gonna go with the vented ones again. That's a small vent there, and we can do it on the back as well. I think a small vent by there. So we're gonna go with the cutout rear over fenders. Engine, let's upgrade that. $25,000. Exhausts. Now, unfortunately, they're all titanium. There's no like stock one or non-titanium version. the shiny one, the steel one. Unfortunately, we're probably gonna go with the quad exhaust on this one. Not really a huge fan of these blocky ones, not gonna lie. So we'll go with the titanium quad exhausts. Hood. Right, so we can have the chrome catches, or we can go with these angled ones. I think we went with this one by here before, the angled ones. We're gonna go with the. I kind of prefer the angled ones, just the direction they're going in. So we're gonna select that one as well. Right. So we can go for the custom instep hood, black stripe. Can't really see that though. Chrome. I don't know why anyone would select that. The chrome stripe. It's just ugly. Carbon. Not really a huge fan of carbon hoods. The drop vented, the large vent hood. We've got the raised vent hood. Don't really like those. Oh, the street racer hood. That's kind of nice. Goes well, I think, with the front bumper. We got a triple vented. The extreme hood, which we had before, or we can go with the ultra racing hood. I'm gonna go with the street racer hood. I think kind of like that one. It's kind of nice. We'll have to change the color of the car so we can really see what's going on right here, because it's like black. It's not the best of colors. Right, we're not gonna upgrade the horn again. We'll come back to interior in a few moments. Headlights, upgrade those to xenon. Livery, we'll come back to that. Actually, no, we'll do livery first, so we know what we're going to put on the car, so we can then respray it accordingly. So, we already selected the car, selected this livery before for a different car, the Ciappelli stripes, so we'll select a different one this time. The redwood one, it's like too much red. We've got the tri-stripe. What are you guys thinking? Comment right now, which is your favorite livery? Which one I should select? The bite one's kind of nice. Just not too sure if we can actually match up these colors though. I don't really like any of the other ones, I'm not gonna lie. That's not too bad, I guess. Might go for the bite one. But comment right now which is your favorite, and I might come back and change that in a few moments, depending on whether we can match up that color or not. Rockstar like to use colors which aren't available as resprays. And I got a feeling it's going to be a similar situation again, but we'll see. Well, first we'll try the green, lime green, and see if we can match that up. I got a feeling it's not going to match. Nope, it's not going to match. I called it. Are there any colors which are even remotely close? We've got race yellow, which, oh my god, it's just like the wrong shade. It's the wrong shade by what must be a small, tiny amount. We can't. Why do Rockstar do this? They always use colors that you can't match. So we can't go with the bite one then. We have to change it. We're going to have to change it for something else. Right. What are you guys saying in the chat? Redwood, people like the redwood one. Not really a huge fan of the debris one, not going to lie, even though we've got a few comments. The Amigas, people like that. Some people said the no livery option is much better. We've already done that though on the stock version, so I do want to select a livery, just so we can go through a few different options. Not really a huge fan of that one. The Crepshol, the redwood, it's just like too much red. So I don't really like that one.
Need a drink? Bubbles?
The
Or
tri-stripe. I don't know. I don't really like any of them, to be honest. My favorite one is this one. We've already selected it. Someone said the last one. I don't like the last one. This one's horrible. And we probably can't match up the paint color anyway. We might go for the Amigas on this one. Don't really like any of the other ones, so we'll do that. Let's go to respray then and see what we can do. Should we go for a red? Maybe a red on this one. It's fine. Let's see what red looks like. Sort of like ruins the livery though. What about a white? Or maybe a matte white. Let's try a matte white. Doesn't look very good. I don't like the livery at all. Oh my god. You know what? We're not going to select this livery. We'll select a different one. I've already wasted so much money on liveries. Don't like that one. Don't like this one. That one's kind of ugly as well. They're all really bad liveries. Maybe we'll just go with this one then. Well, you probably can't match up the colours on this either. The redwood one. The crepe shawl. The chip. Oh, this is definitely my favourite. You know what? We're going to select the Chipelli stripes. Why not? It's my favourite, so we're going to do it. So let's go to resprays then. Have I done my plate already? Yes, I have. We're going to go for a matte white this time. A matte ice white.
your cosmetics are on
You can't really see the text, but it's definitely my my favourite. Secondary colour, we'll do the same there as well. Matte ice white. It doesn't look so good in here because the lighting is terrible, but when we go outside, it should look nice. Fingers crossed. Well, we could always go for a red. The car might look nice in red. Let me just quickly check what the red would look like on the primary, and we might change it to that. Otherwise, we'll leave it on a matte ice white. Ooh, red's not too bad. No, we're gonna stay with an ice white. Just keep like changing my mind every like 2 seconds or so, but probably gonna go for the vortex, carbon vortex generators on this one.
Don't she look
Can
pretty?
always go with the carbon stripe, I guess, but not really a huge fan of that. Right, we're gonna go with the carbon low-level skirt again. Spoiler. I've selected the exotic one now quite a few times. Let's select something different. What options have we got? I don't really like any. These ones here, I'm not really a huge fan of them. Not gonna lie. The primary shoulder one, but we might select one. We might have to select one and go for the.
rush at all.
Let's go for the primary one, maybe. Got two of the same thing. Look at that. The exact same. I think Roxar's fucked up a lot here. The secondary shoulder and the carbon are the same thing. They're both carbon. Oh well. Hold on, Rockstar. Transmission. Let's upgrade that. Turbo. Someone said you haven't done interior. Don't worry, we're going to go back to that in a few moments. Wheels. Let's go for a set of... What should we go for on this one? The cheetah. I kind of like the cheetah ones. Maybe a set of those. The carbonic Z. What else? I always go for the same ones though. I kind of want to mix things up a little. Well, they are my favourite. Yeah, we're going to go for a set of carbonic Z. Why not?
Whatever you desire. Technology
And we'll change the wheel colour to black. And then tyres, tyre design. There we go. Bulletproof tyres. Now we've got to go back to interior. Interior, there we go. Dashboard. We're going to go straight for the carbon stripped because the dashboard here is so untextured otherwise. I'm going to go for the Mark III dashboard because of the lights. We're going to go for the carbon doors on this one so we can see the little roll cage bars in there. Seats. We're going to go for the same seats again, the carbon track seats. Steering wheel. We'll go for the Rally Professional on that one. Light color, same again. Ice white. And roll cage. We'll go for the... Ooh, that's bright. Let's go for the full roll cage this time. We went for the Dash Dodge last time. Down to resprays again so we can change the trim color. What should we go for this time? I only changed the seats by the looks of things. I thought maybe it changed something else this time, but obviously not. And we're going to go for... Should we go for ice white seats? Or is that going to be too much white? Too much white. Let's go for red again. Red was kind of nice last time. Red. There we go then.
As good as you.
So there we go. That's the Italy GTB customized again for a second time. Let's back out then and go for a drive around. Exits to ground. So like I said, the matte white in the custom shop doesn't look very good, but when outside, I'm confident it'll look much better. go into the sunlight so we can see it. There we go. It's not too bad. Not actually, not gonna lie, not quite as good as I thought it was gonna be, but not too bad overall. Yes, very, very cool. Oh, nice. Yes, I'm just like saying words right now. I'm not really too sure what I'm saying. Yeah, there we go then. So if you guys have any questions, any thoughts, feelings, whatever it is, let me know right now by leaving a comment. Assistant, please. Oh my god, everyone's calling me right now. Stop. Someone said your doors and dash are carbon. Yes, they are. Well spotted. Someone said they like the matte ice whites. It's kind of nice. I think though what we did before, we went with this livery before, but we went with like a dark steel, and it looked really nice. We'll go back and show those off in a few moments, just in case you haven't seen the other cars I customized a few moments ago. But overall, I do like the Italy GTB. If you guys are wondering whether you should buy it or not, I would definitely recommend doing so. At $1,189,000, I think it's pretty cheap, especially for a supercar, one of the cheapest supercars we have got in-game right now, especially one of the cheapest ones we received in recent months from DLCs and updates. Someone said customize the skyline. We've already customized the skyline in previous live streams. It's not new. The Italy GTB though is new from today. We've got Jack in the chat who commented #liked. Thank you so much. If you guys want to drop a like on the stream and comment #liked as well, you can of course do so, and I'll try and give you a shout out as well. Somebody asked when we race it. We're going to do that in a few moments. I want to go back into my garage first of all. Close, we'll do that. And just show you guys now what all these cars look like side by side. And then we will go and do some races, just to go and sort of test out the speeds and show you guys the differences between them all. Okay, inside the garage. And let's do it. Somebody asked, what's the max speed? I'm not too sure of the exact mile an hour, but it's fast. It's definitely up there. Sort of like 8th or 9th fastest car in game. Right then. If you guys have any questions, by the way, do comment. I can see a few coming in right now. A lot of the same questions though, like how much is the car? It's $1,189,000. It's just under $500,000 then to upgrade it if you want to. Shout out to by the way, to Fabian who commented #liked in the chat. Thank you so much. Let's go over to this blue marker here so we can move my car from upstairs to here. There we go. So they're all side by side. Let's go through these then one more time. Here is the stock version, the non-custom version that I upgraded a few moments ago. And we've got the custom version with the dark steel paint job, which looks really nice. Not so sure about inside, but outside will look really good. And then we've got the other one we just customized a few moments ago as well, another custom variant. So right now, guys, I want you to comment which one out of these three is your favorite. Just comment either red, grey, or white. So comment right now which is your favorite. I think my favorite is probably going to be the red one, not going to lie. I know it's not the custom version. I wish we could put the hood and the front bumper from this car without the tow hook onto this car. If we could, it would be just complete. It'd be perfect. Maybe add the extended wheel arches as well. Or what we could just do is transfer the rear bumper from this onto this one, because the rear bumper, of course, is ugly. Not really a huge fan of the exhaust either on this one, because they're all the only options available for the custom version are titanium, and I don't like those at all. Shout out to by the way to NCRX Epic who commented #liked, and shout out as well to Leon2 who also commented #liked. What are you guys saying right now in the chat then in regards to your favorite car? By the looks of things, we do have like an array of people just saying either red, grey, or white. No distinct winner right now. I can see like it'd be like a whole list of like people saying red, and a few moments later it'd just be grey, 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 grey. Then maybe red, 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 grey, 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 white, 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 white. So at the moment it looks like they're all pretty much liked. Yes, but I guess what you could do just like myself is customize more than one. I like this car a lot, so I've customized 3. But you've got quite a few differences between all 3. There are so many customization options for both the custom and the stock version. You could create, 2 or 3 like I've done, and they'd all look different. Like you can see from here, if you stand from here, you wouldn't know it's the same car. Oh, well, just looking at the front, of course. Maybe if you look at the whole car overall, you'd know that it's pretty much the same car. But you can see that this bumper here's got, or that the front end from this car looks completely different to this car, and this car as well. They're all just completely different. So that's one really cool thing I do like about this car. Anyway then, so let's get straight into then racing this car, so you guys can find out what the speed is like. We're gonna first of all race another like car, one of the fastest cars in game. We'll go with the X80 Proto to give ourselves like a standard lap time. We're gonna go with the, should we play, what's the race called? The Criminal Records. We'll use Criminal Records, I think, as a benchmark because it's a pretty short race. Rockstar created races, and we'll use the X80 Proto first of all. Then we'll use the stock version, the fully upgraded stock version, and then we'll use the fully upgraded custom variant, so I can show you guys that the custom variant is in fact slower than the stock version. So let's just set it to 1 lap. We'll go for noon, weather, clear, traffic, off, wanted levels off, custom variants, off, off, there we go. And let's start the race up. Somebody asked, is it the new fastest car? No, it's not. It is not the fastest car at all. Where is the... There we go. Custom X80 Proto. Just fully upgraded as well. So let's go and get ourselves like a bench lap time so we can compare then the other cars to this one. I know that the X80 Proto isn't the fastest car in game. Isn't it something like the 3rd or 4th fastest car? But you guys will get a good idea as to what it's like. 3, 2, 1, go! I think this will set a lap time of about 24 seconds if I'm not mistaken. So we'll give ourselves like a nice lap time right now so we can find out exactly what the difference is. I've got a feeling the lap time difference is probably going to be around about maybe a second or two. Right, so we are over halfway now. 18, 20 seconds gone. Oh, it's a bit slower than I thought. There we go. 25 points. Come on, give me the lap time. 25.866 seconds. So the question is then, how much slower or faster is the new car going to be, the Italy GTB? Comment right now. How many seconds do you guys will think that the Italy GTB will be? A few people are saying use the 811. We'll do that later on. I know the 811 is the fastest car in game. We'll do that later on though. I want to just go and give ourselves like a bench time, like a bench lap time, so we can see same conditions. So noon, clear, catch up, and slipstreaming off. Launch it on my own because I have no friends, and we'll then go and select the Italy GTB if I can find it. Where are you, Italy GTB? There we go. We'll go with the stock version first of all. I said it's faster, so we'll go with this one. People are thinking it's going to be 24 seconds. Some people are saying 27 seconds. Someone said 69 seconds. If it was 69 seconds, it definitely isn't worth buying. 3, 2, 1, go! Right, okay. I'm going to guess if the X80 Proto was 25.8 seconds, I'm guessing it's going to be around about maybe 26.5 seconds, maybe 27. We'll see. Right, so we are roughly halfway now. If it's faster, I'm actually going to be very surprised. Maybe it will be. Oh, no. Definitely slower. We're already like a second behind where the X80 Proto was. 26 point... Am I right? 26.5 seconds? 26.420. Woohoo! Blaze it. But yeah, there we go. So it's roughly... what's that? 0.8 seconds... No, 0.6 seconds slower per lap than the X80 Proto. That was the stock version. The fully upgraded stock version. Let's go and see what the custom version is. So that was 26.42. Let's see what the stock one is like. Oh, the custom version, sorry. And see how much slower that is. Because it is, of course, slower. Surprisingly. It is very, very weird what that is. But it's how Rockstar have made it. Let's go then. Let's go for the... Should we go for the grey one? We'll go for the grey one. Okay. Third time. Here we go. A guy like nodding his head in the car. 3. Nope. Not quite ready yet. 3, 2, 1. Go! Nailed the launch that time. As soon as it was like go, my fingers on the accelerator. Here we go. I'm guessing it's going to be about maybe 0.2 or 0.3 seconds slower. We're only doing 1 lap, so we can't really see the difference. We shouldn't be able to see the difference that much. If there is a big difference, then wow. So we are... Well, actually, no. I think we're ahead of where the other car was. I could be wrong. Yes, we're ahead. We're faster by about 0.4 seconds, despite the car being slower. What? I don't understand how that works. the car is slower, but somehow was faster on criminal records. Do explain that to me. I'm kind of like confused right now. I'm going to do it one more time. This time though, we're going to use the 811, because somebody asked if I'd do it, because the 811 of course is the fastest car in game, so we can give ourselves like a comparison on how much slower the car is per lap in comparison to the fastest car in game. Confirm settings and load things up. Someone said don't drive over the grass, it will slow you down. Maybe that's why we were a little bit slower. I was trying to cut the corner though. Have I got an 811? Don't think I do. I don't have a custom 811. Oh no, that's going to be slightly problematic. It means the car is going to be slightly slower, but we'll just go with the custom version for now and just see what it's like. Sorry, the stock version, not the custom version, the stock version. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, no, not quite nailed it as well as I did last time. Right, so I won't go on the grass then. Apparently that's going to slow me down too much. Cut the corner a little bit by here. I can already tell it's a lot slower than the... Oh! Oh no. I crashed. We're going to have to redo this race, guys. Apologies. I was too busy looking at the chat. Oops. We're already going to have a bit of an issue with the fact that it's not a custom version. That's why it's going to be slower. Oh! The turning on this is nowhere near as good as the other cars, though. You know, we're a bit slow on that one because I crashed. Do ignore what I just did there. Come on, I want to replay the race. Someone said do the T20 next. We could do the T20, I guess. I don't think I actually even have a custom T20. I think I sold it. So I can't really do that. Okay, replay. Come on. Right, let's go back down to 1 lap. Noon, clear, turn those off again. Confirm settings and select the 811 again. Right, apparently if you have armor fitted to your car, it makes you slower. That's actually news to me, I didn't know about that. 811, where are you? Let's use the stock one again. So I'm actually going to be about a second slower per lap because it's a stock, not a custom version, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully this time we don't crash as much. 3, 2, 1, go! Wasn't a very good takeoff either. It's probably slow by a few milliseconds. Right, let's try and not crash this time. We'll go a little bit wider so we can take the corner. Oh, have to brake a little bit then. I thought I was going to go off the track. The turning on this one, the steering and the handling isn't very good. I think we're going to be slower. I honestly think we're going to be slower than... Oh! Yep, we're slower. Because it's a stock version or not a custom version, we're slower. So unfortunately, that wasn't a very fair test. I'm not going to go and customize an 811 right now, so unfortunately I can't really show you guys how much faster or slower the car is. But believe me when I say it is fast. It's just not quite up there with the faster cars. I do have a custom Nero. The Nero is faster. The Nero is like the 3rd fastest car in game, so we'll use the Nero instead. That's probably a better car to use in comparison. Let's go for 1 lap. This will be our final test, and then we're going to go back into free mode and go back to just driving around and taking a look at the car. Play. Yeah, loads and loads of you guys saying do the Nero. We're going to do the Nero right now. Let me see if I can find it. There we go. We'll go with the... I need to go in with a custom spoiler. There we go. Because if you don't have a custom spoiler on it, your traction isn't quite the maximum it could be. There we go. This one's got a custom spoiler. My Sprunk Extreme custom Nero. Okay, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go! Oh, there we go. Nailed that one again. Nailed the launch perfectly. Here we go. Come on, we can do this. It feels slow. I don't know why. Come on. We're cutting the corner a little bit because we want to make sure we've got the most efficient lap possible. 17 seconds already. 21 now. Actually, we're going to be faster. Come on. Oh, I think we were pretty much the same lap time. Yeah, we were pretty much the same lap time as the Italy GTB. So maybe the Italy GTB is faster than I thought. Maybe it's because we're doing criminal records. So maybe in a straight line, it's not that fast. It's just the fact that we're going around a corner constantly that it makes it up there with, you know, a good lap time. I'll give it a good lap time. Anyway, right. Let's back out then, go back into free mode, and continue driving around in our Italy GTB. And what we're going to do now then is answer a few questions. So if you guys do have any questions, please comment right now. And then we're going to sum things up and do some shout-outs. So let's just get the Italy GTB spawned in to call my mechanics. I left it in my garage. Shout out, by the way, to Hunter, who dropped a like and commented hashtag liked. If you guys want to shout out right now, drop a like on the stream and comment hashtag liked, and I will try and give you guys one. Let's spawn in my... Let's go for the Italy GTB custom. This one right here, the grey one, I think it is. Any second now. Somebody asked, which car is the fastest right now? It is the 811. I know that time, during those like little small tests there, it was slower, but it's because it wasn't the upgraded version, it was just the stock version. But it's got the fastest top speed. I think its top speed is like 220 miles an hour or something like that. Somehow it's the fastest car in game, despite it only being like an electric car. Shout out, by the way, to Lamb, who commented hashtag likespike, and again to Peanut as well. Shout out to you. Somebody asked, is the handling good? Yes, the handling on this car is good. It seemed to be very good on criminal records, at least. I know it's not a very you know, good track or whatever, but did seem to be pretty good. So yes, I think overall Italy GTB is a very good car. It's very, I wouldn't say like very, very fast, but it's very a decent speed. That'll do. Decent speed, good handling, and it's very cheap as well. I think at $1,189,000. So I would definitely recommend buying one. Loads of upgrades as well, loads of different possibilities. I customized 3 of these, and I could go and customize another one, and it's still very different to the other ones. So overall, very, very good car. I would definitely recommend buying one. Someone said, do a top speed test. I can't really do one of those right now because you have to have a straight line race set up. And I haven't got one of those bookmarked, unfortunately, so I can't do a top speed test. I guess I could go down to the airport, but we wouldn't really know what top speed it's reaching. So unfortunately, I can't show you that. Somebody asked, how much would it cost to fully upgrade the car? Well, if you were to buy the car, upgrade it down at Benny's to the custom version, and then buy the upgrades, I estimated it was about $2 million, just over $2 million or so, which isn't too bad. In comparison to some of the other supercars, definitely you know, reasonably priced. Somebody asked, what livery do you have on the car? This is the Cippelli livery, which I think is pretty nice. And of course, I've got the dark steel paint job on it as well. Let's go down this highway right here, so we can go through the tunnel and take a look at the engine sound. Someone said go in first person. I've actually forgotten to do that. And oh yeah, we forgot to take a look at the lights, the accelerating lights on the speedo as well. So can you see right now when we accelerate, the lights go from red, orange, or yellow to then red. It's kind of nice. The interior is not that special though, not gonna lie. I know I've upgraded it. Oh, I was too busy looking down here, not the road. It's not that special though. No, I think it's kind of basic. But at the end of the day, interiors aren't really that important. I don't think. It doesn't really bother me that much. Maybe it bothers you guys more, but yeah, in my sort of opinion, I'm not really too bothered. Let's go right by here. Actually, no, we'll turn around and go back down the straight. We've maxed it out right now. Hopefully, we don't crash again like we did before. We'll weave in and out of these cars, so we can really enjoy the amazing handling on this car. It's just like weave in and out of these as much as possible. It's kind of fun to do it, not gonna lie. Oh. Somebody asked what's it like to wall ride. Honestly, no idea. I'm not even going to try because I am terrible when it comes to wall riding. But I'd imagine just like any other supercar. Decent. Someone said that the handling on this car is actually much better than most other supercars. Okay, I've sort of like noticed that. It is pretty good, I think. Somebody asked, is it better than the T20? I think in my opinion, yes, it is. Obviously, there's a lot more upgrades for it for starters. I think it's faster, or very, very similar at least, but don't quote me on that. Somebody asked, what would you rate this car out of 10? Honestly, I'd probably give it a 9 out of 10. Well, not so sure. The only thing that really lets this car, I guess, down is the rear of the car. I don't really like the rear bumper and the rear exhaust options on the custom version. I much prefer the rear bumper and rear exhaust options on the stock version. There are quite a few upgrades, as I've said now numerous times throughout the live stream. Loads of upgrades and customizations for the stock version which aren't available for the custom variants, which is very, very disappointing. But overall, both versions are very nice. Shout out, by the way, to Alexander, who commented #liked in the chat. Thank you so much. We're very close right now, by the way, guys, to my like goal of 1,000 likes. So if you haven't dropped a like already, please do so. Help me get to my goal of 1,000. That would be greatly appreciated. Somebody asked, amazing car, will you make a video on the car? Well, I'm live streaming right now, so a video isn't really needed. It'd be kind of pointless doing so. What are you guys saying right now in chat as well? Someone said, should I sell my Tempesta for this? Ooh, good question. I wouldn't recommend selling the Tempesta. The Tempesta is a really good car. Maybe sell something else, but I would definitely recommend buying it. Of course, you haven't got to buy it today. Maybe just go and do some import-export missions. There's still a 25% bonus on that, so you can make some money pretty fast with that. But yeah, don't sell your Tempesta. That's a pretty good car. I think this is faster than a Tempesta. It's definitely up there, but it's a really good car. I definitely recommend buying it, but don't go like selling all your cars just to get it, you know? Shout out, by the way, to Adam Plays, who dropped a like on the stream and commented #liked in the chat. Thank you so much. We're going to make our way now back to our office, do a little side-by-side comparison. Again, just to show you guys who have just tuned into the live stream what all three of these customized cars look like. They're going to drive around and do some shout-outs to everyone who hasn't had a shout-out as of yet. Somebody asked, again, what is the cost to buy and upgrade? Okay, so final time, I've answered this question now so many times. It costs $1,189,000 to buy the car from Benny's Original Motorworks. Then it's $495,000 to upgrade, and then roughly $500,000 to $600,000 on upgrades. So you're gonna be spending around about $2 to $2.2 million or so to fully upgrade and buy the car, which I think is decent. Someone said the car itself is based upon the McLaren 570. Yes, I believe that is the case. Somebody asked, have you noticed the right headlight is... Oh, I can't see the rest of the comment because it went. We'll take a look at the right headlight right now and see what you guys are saying. The right headlight. What's the difference? What is wrong with the right headlight? Comment right now. Someone said the speedometer is inaccurate. I know the speedometer is inaccurate, but you could, of course, work out the top speed by doing maths, going in a straight line, calculating how long it took you to get there and stuff like that. Like is being trending right now, or is trending right now in the chat. So shout out to Gail, who commented #liked. Shout out to New Gaming as well. Shout out to Kirsty, and shout out to Sam White. So right now, guys, which one should I drive around in? I know I've driven around in both of these quite a lot, so maybe we'll drive around in the stock version. I'm going to go in this one, I think. And we'll do some shoutouts. That sounds like a bit of a plan to me. And we've just smashed 1,000 likes. We're on 1,001. So thank you so much, guys. That's awesome. And we've literally just smashed it as we're about to end the live stream. So it is time to do some shoutouts. If you guys want to shout out right now, of course, drop a like on the stream. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. And leave a comment right now. Say anything you want. It can be hello. It can be shout out. It can be I've liked the stream. It can be whatever you want. So comment, and I will give you guys a shout out right now. I'll have a quick sip of my drink, and then we'll begin the shoutouts. I'm going to drive towards Palito Bay right now. Maybe we'll drive all the way around the map if we've got enough shoutouts to do. Here we go then. So shout out to Geordie, shout out to Anthony, shout out to Harry, shout out to Jake, shout out to Anthony, shout out to T-Joe, shout out to Brandon, shout out to Skull, shout out to Bradley, shout out to Steve, shout out to Gold, shout out to Costco. Shout out to Ahmed, shout out to Killer, shout out to Yeah, shout out to Jordans, shout out to Josh, shout out to Devin. Oh, loads of cars spawning in right now. Shout out to Jesus, shout out to Band, shout out to Alfie, shout out to Josh, shout out to James, shout out to Nathan, shout out to Jacob, shout out to John, shout out to Jay, shout out to Brody, shout out to It's Something. I didn't see it because the name went through the chat so quickly. Shout out to 7X Gaming, shout out to Blair, shout out to JJ, shout out to Luke, shout out to Jack, shout out to Yamin, shout out to Luke again, shout out to Harry, shout out to Lol, shout out to Jelly, shout out to Oliver, shout out to War Death, shout out to Leo, shout out to Freaka, is that how you say that name? Or Freacher. Shout out to Damien, shout out to JSF, shout out to Costa, shout out to 3D, shout out to Ricky, shout out to Alex, shout out to Need for Speed, shout out to Marcy, shout out to Yaniel, shout out to PS4, shout out to Jimmy, shout out to Blazing, shout out to Cosmo, shout out to Duke, shout out to Kayla, shout out to Evan, shout out to Linart, shout out to Toxic, shout out to Mohammed, shout out to Lispy, shout out to JSF Plays again, shout out to Joseph, shout out to Shark, shout out to Delayed, shout out to Red Knight, shout out to Simo, shout out to Ryan, shout out to Warren, shout out to Shark, shout out to Tarfik, shout out to Shark, shout out to Agent, shout out to Kane, shout out to King, shout out to Neo, shout out to Simo, shout out to Tyan, shout out to Deluxe, shout out to PS4 Gaming, shout out to Anne, shout out to Charlie, shout out to Finn, shout out to Combo, shout out to Juan, shout out to Silent, shout out to Noah, shout out to Elise, shout out to Cyber, shout out to Pavel, shout out to Jury, shout out to It's Cage, shout out to Dylan, shout out to LR45, there we go, shout out to Shot, shout out to Whistlebox, shout out to Gale again, shout out to King, shout out to Ralph, shout out to Agent, shout out to Traffic, shout out to Red, shout out to Raphael, shout out to Your Friend, shout out to Expert, shout out to Ghost, shout out to Silent, shout out to Marvin, shout out to Albino, shout out to Mark, shout out to Peter, shout out to King, shout out to James, shout out to Professor, shout out to Isaac, careful, shout out to Jordan, shout out to Bibbo, shout out to the Fireboy, shout out to Gamer Lord, shout out to Techno, shout out to Carlos, and I wasn't looking at the game, so I crashed. Shout out to the Gaming Show, shout out to King again, oh, shout out to Gamer, shout out to It's Just Diego, shout out to Jaco, shout out to Zach, shout out to Randy, shout out to Peter, shout out to Jeffer, shout out to Alberta, shout out to Devious, shout out to Mac the Gamer, ooh, shout out to Noah again, and I need to start looking at the game more often, I keep crashing. Shout out to the Play Games, shout out to XD, shout out to Ape Gamer, oh, what was I just saying about looking at the game? It's kind of hard to like play the game and drive around, not gonna lie. Oh, what was I saying there? Like, play the game and look around. Play the game and look at the chat, my bad. What am I saying? Shout out to Blokey, shout out to Costa, shout out to Play, shout out to Borat, shout out to Lurch, shout out to Silent Ninja, shout out to Loka, shout out to Chaos, shout out to Kendall, shout out to... Ooh, nice. Shout out to Jonas, shout out to Feral, shout out to Jacob, shout out to Costco, shout out to Brody, shout out to Peyton, shout out to E2 Icy, shout out to Dante, shout out to Manuel, shout out to Liam, shout out to GG Matt, shout out to Lam, shout out to Avil, shout out to William, shout out to Jury, shout out to Chris, shout out to Anwold, shout out to Peter, shout out to Chris again, shout out to Tat, shout out to Deluxe, shout out to Albanian, shout out to Kane, shout out to PS4 Gaming. I'm seeing loads and loads of the same names right now, so if you guys haven't had a shout out, please comment. If you have, please refrain from commenting. I want to try and get through everyone. I think I've done pretty much everyone though. Shout out to Adolf, shout out to Show, shout out to Peter, shout out to Bass, shout out to Alex, shout out to Elvin, shout out to Grow, shout out to Peter again, shout out to Adam, shout out to Project. I'm going to do 10 more shoutouts, guys, and I'm going to wrap things up. So here we go. Shout out to Steve, shout out to Grow, to Basic, shout out to Anthony, shout out to Zach, shout out to Devian, shout out to so that's Marza, shout out to Sean, shout out to Outrage, shout out to Minecraft, shout out to Chaos, shout out to CJ, shout out to Nathan, shout out to Yannick, and shout out to Jed. There we go then, guys. That's pretty much it then for the shoutouts. I think I've done everyone. Apologies though if you didn't get one, but the chat right now is just being spammed by the same people. But hopefully I've gone through everyone. So there we go. That's pretty much it then for this live stream, guys. I hope you've enjoyed. We, of course, have bought 3 Italy GTBs throughout the stream and customized all of them, spending just over $6 million in total on all 3 of them. overall, very nice car. I would definitely recommend buying one if you guys have the money to do so. And yeah, awesome. Awesome, awesome. So there we go then, guys. Once again, please drop a like on the stream if you haven't done so already. And comment your thoughts and feelings about the car. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, then please do. So with that being said, guys, as always, thank you for watching. And I'll see you guys later on in my next video or live stream. Goodbye. Slightly awkward. YouTube's doing this thing again. The stream will not end. So we're stuck. Or I can just press this button right here. Bye, guys.